EA Sports and Chip. It's opening for EA Sports, set to bring you all of the action out on the course. And
Friends, the second has actually designed in Washington, and it just fits in beautifully. It looks like a links golf course, but it can play in so many different ways. You can play it through the air, you can play it along the ground, and of course already it's hosted you.
I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking it.
The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
No doubt they'll be happy with that shot. Well played. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Wow, I thought he made that. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
To 1 over par early on in this round. Second hole now here at Chambers Bay. U.S. Open, Frank, it's a relatively short par 4.
It doesn't mean it's easy, though. This is more of a strategic hole. You want to lay the ball up around sort of 270, 280 yards. Avoid that big bunker on the left. It is going to leave a short iron in, but the hole bends to the left, as well as the slope of the land is right to left. Got to take that into account.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, not close, but from that line, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich. It's that sneaky distance.
Oh, you hate to miss from that distance. Now set to play the first par 3 of this U.S. Open, Frank, the third hole here at Chambers Bay.
A little bit like the second hole where the contours slope from right to left. So if that breeze is coming from that direction, that's going to swing the ball all the way across the green. And this green is anything other than symmetrical. It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run?
And he's made the green. That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. And we pick up action at the 4th. Early in the round and playing reasonably well. Nothing great, but has certainly not given a whole lot away.
Yeah, actually a good position to really springboard the round from here.
Really good drive here, about 320 yards and straight. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Just a bit offline here, Frank, but not too bad.
I don't know if it's the wind or just the lie there. Should be okay.
Leaves that one about 20 feet out from the cup. Nicely played shot. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
So a tester from 4 feet. Those keep the round going. Those par putts. Wow, check out the elevation change, Frank, from tee all the way down to the fairway. No wonder they call this the 5th hole here at Chambers Bay. Free fall.
You better take a parachute, that's for sure. But you're going to need a parachute to land the ball and stop it on the screen as well. Not overly long. Well, should I say US Open standards, 488. These days they stretch it well over 500 yards. But one of the tighter tee shots.
Now the approach shot here at the 5th hole at Chambers Bay, and how difficult is this?
Well, it looks straightforward, but the second shot, once again, just semi-blind. You've got to be very aware of that little central bunker that's just short of the green, because you're either going to have to go over it or around it. Yeah, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. No problems there. Really good approach shot. Now, good looking birdie. Made a good run at birdie. He'll have to focus now. Try to walk away with the par.
Even par, apparently. Comfortably knocks it in.
Getting set to hit the tee shot here at the 6th at Chambers Bay. Frank, where are you looking to land the ball off the tee here?
There's a nice dune down that left side that sort of gives you a good line that you can work the ball off here. But remember, this is a links golf course, so you don't try and fight Mother Nature because she'll always win. So just anything down the left, let that ball sort of kick its way back towards the middle of the fairway. A lengthy par 4, though, 495.
Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
Just a shade outside 15 feet.
Well, if you're going to be like that, Rich, it's 16 feet to be exact.
PGA teaching professional, one of the best instructors in the country, with a birdie, and now inside the cut line. Frank, this is a daunting challenge. The 7th hole, long par 4. It's over 500 yards.
A huge bunker down the right side that probably runs for a good 200-300 yards. Obviously, that's to be avoided. And then, of course, there's the mounds and the hummocks and the dunes and that on the left side. That's the reason, really, why this hole's called Humpback. But then, a little bit like the golf course, there's only one greenside bunker to be worried about, but enough green left of that.
Can't ask for much more here at the 7th. He has hit a good one. So going well up the hill to that green, will need to take an extra club here. Good looking shot right here. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. And getting ready for the putt. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Just a couple of feet. So with that, the score is now at even par. Frank, we know we're at a U.S. Open. 500-yard par 4s, and here a better than 600-yard par 5 at the 8th.
Yeah, you need a missile really off the tee to be able to reach this par 5 and 2. And not a single bunker really on this hole. So this is just long every stretch of the way. The fairway actually looks a little bit narrower than what it is. There's a little bit more fairway than actually what meets the eye at first. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
See if our featured golfer can get a little something positive going here, Frank. It has been a miserable day.
Yeah, things have just appeared too tough. So really just somehow just eradicate everything you've been thinking right now. Realize this green's big enough. Just get something on the green. Opportunity maybe for a birdie.
Regarded as a very accurate player, that shot says it all. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Well, he knew it right from the start. Just a poor putt. Good effort and good par putt. Frank, the 9th hole, called Olympus. I mean, that is very grand sounding. Like something that...
You're talking Greek God here, aren't you? Come on, this golf course is for the mere mortals, Rich.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. That's a mishit, misjudgment, and maybe another missed putt coming up. Still playing even for the day after the par. Moving on to the back nine here at Chambers Bay in the state of Washington. I'm Rich Lerner alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Frank, what's the 10th hole all about?
Dunes left and right, hence the name High Dunes. Obviously split the fairway there. But one of the factors of true links golf is you normally get to putt on the palm. The dunes protect this green from all the wind, so a relatively flat putting surface.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Player knows they're on the move with that birdie. Quick glance at the leaderboard. They can see, Frank, they're not out of it.
Things are very volatile right now.
Frank, they say you have to ride the wind. Boy, he got all of that one.
Got every ounce out of the conditions.
Sit down. Get down.
Oh, this is gone.
Been this way all day. Airtight, no mistakes, solid shot.
And yet another green in regulation. Little painful lip out. This is a good putt.
Absolutely can't believe it. I thought that thing was stone dead in the center. And he makes it for a bogey here. Frank, as a player, do you like the drivable par?
The 12th forces your hand. It's tough to lay up on this hole.
As he strides up here to the 12th green, having hit it in regulation, he knows now that his work is by no means done. A long putt coming up. That's a head scratcher. No other way to put it. That close to the green and misses it badly to the right.
Oh, how did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center. Not going so well for him. He has this for bogey. So Rory McIlroy now lurking, Frank. He is starting to close the gap on the leaders.
Yeah, 3 shots might look a big gap right now, Rich, but with holes in hand, that can quickly change.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Frank, quite a bit to consider here at the 13th.
Yeah, there's little knobs on the left and the right side of this green, so that bunker you can see, at first it looks like you've got to avoid it. Well, you've really just got to carry it.
Steady all day long. That one about 20 feet away. They'll settle. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. Oh my goodness, Frank, that is painful.
Oh yeah, that's the... You'd rather miss the hole at times, wouldn't you?
In for bogey, now sitting at 2 over for the round. Frank, a 5th consecutive par 4 here at the U.S. Open. This is the 14th hole, and I'm guessing by the time you set foot on this tee, you'll know exactly where your game is at.
Oh, this one here, great reward for someone that's driving the ball well. If you can drive it down the left middle, avoid that little one-pot bunker in the middle of the fairway, you're going to certainly shorten this hole up. And then you can start to use the contours of this hole, too, that bend right to left. And 546 yards becomes much shorter than what you would think. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Really good distance control there, pretty well to his strengths. Shouldn't be a problem here. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Been a little too much of that, Frank, just sort of ho-hum pars. Now to the 15th hole here at Chambers Bay and the U.S. Open. It stands out, at least to the eye, because it has the only tree on the golf course.
That's right. That's why it's called Lone Fir, this hole. And especially when they played off that short tee in the U.S. Open, 167 yards to the middle of the green. This is certainly a chance for a birdie coming in.
That will be a great look at birdie. 8-foot putt here. Really no chance to go in there. Just a little tap in here. Has his par. Now to the 3-hole finishing stretch here at Chambers Bay, and we get it started with a relatively short par 4. It's a 423-yard hole, the 16th, Frank.
Being slightly to the right, there's a huge bunker all the way down the right side that sort of starts, I don't know, maybe about 100 yards off the tee, goes all the way to the green. You go right, and then you realize why this hole is called beached.
Making it look easy at this point. Another beautiful approach shot. Locked in on the read and the speed. So, 1 over par for the round. Pressure's beginning to rise here. 17th hole of the U.S. Open at Chambers Bay. And this one, Frank, the par 3 will require a really good shot.
It's amazing how many U.S. Opens have great 17th hole. I think with Lingfoot, par 3, 17th, even Marion, par 3. This one will certainly fit in the same vein. It's named Derail, and it will derail many a player trying to win the U.S. Open. Second shot.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that.
No snap, though.
That's just a poor putt right there. No other way to say it. And a drop shot, bogey at 17. Trying to get out of here with just 1 drop shot. This is for bogey. So 2 over par for the round. Now to the 18th hole. Frank, everyone wants to finish in style.
Yeah, the home hole here, once again you head back to just a wonderful view, and you realize that Chambers Bay was designed as a walking golf course, and it was designed to have fun and test every department of your game. 18 will do that. It probably gives you more trouble on both sides of the hole than any other hole on the golf course.
Well, the bad news is he missed his target by quite a bit. The good news, he's still on the green. Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. That was not a very good read right there. Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an announcer in no time.
Solid effort today, round of 72. Don't forget, second round coverage coming your way tomorrow here on EA Sports. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now. EA Sports and the United States Golf Association are proud to present a national championship. Today, it's live second round coverage of the U.S. Open Championship. Welcome to Chambers Bay with its massive rolling fairways, towering dunes, undulating greens, and unpredictable coastal winds. This link-style course providing the backdrop for the world's best golfers here at the U.S. Open. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo will call every shot today for EA Sports. Frank, what is Chambers Bay all about?
A nice blend of links and parkland golf, really. You can still play the ball through the air, play your own style of play, but it just looks like you've got to play the ball along the ground, almost link style. These huge cavernous type bunkers that adorn the sides of the fairways, big greens, undulating greens. It really is a wonderful test, and off the back you can play very long.
315. All right, Frank, how would you break down this approach shot here at the first at Chambers Bay?
Well, Rich, it's partially blind, so you've really got to fixate on the exact point that you want to aim at. That's one of the beauties of this golf course, so maybe even just have a little look and make sure you know that line, because once that ball hits the ground, the natural contours are going to take it a certain direction. So really fixate on that line.
Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards tonight. And anything, you just write a par down at the end of the hole. Don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Bit of a stumble out of the gates, Frank.
Oh, very shaky, very shaky. So he's got to pull himself together right now.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Frank, nothing really went the player's way this week.
Yeah, if this was motor racing, you'd say it's a case of having 4 flat tires.
Second hole now here at Chambers Bay in the U.S. Open, Frank. It's a relatively short par 4.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's easy, though. This is more of a strategic hole. You want to lay the ball up around sort of 270, 280 yards. Avoid that big bunker on the left. It is going to leave a short iron in, but the hole bends to the left as well as the slope of the land is right to left. Got to take that into account.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
But the short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
And he's made the green. That's costly right there.
Painful.
Just a couple of feet. So not his best work. He'll walk away with a bogey. Now on to the first par 3 of the U.S. Open here at Chambers Bay.
It's all in front of you. Beautiful view there in the distance. You can see the water. Once again, it does slope a little right to left. Don't have to go straight at the flag here. This one's a little bit of a sleeper.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Well, that one didn't work out. It didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
All right, so green side bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
A beautiful, soft touch out of the bunker. That's Mickelson-esque. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Frank, so often a U.S. Open is defined by difficult par 4s. How does the 4th here at Chambers Bay stack up?
Well, Richard, adds to your list here. 495 yards. That says one thing, but the fact that it's anything other than straight, bunkers left and down the right side, plus the hole bends to the right. So this is a very strategic hole. If anything, something slightly left of center, but you're still going to have a lengthy second shot.
Well, he'll have to get up and down from the bunker to save his par. That one is really long, Frank. He miscalculated there.
Well, there has to be something. I mean, from where he was, it's just an aberration. Seriously, that little green patch down the end with a flag in it, that's where you need to go. Not like sailing over yonder.
He takes care of business there.
Solid stroke.
Wow, check out the elevation change, Frank, from tee all the way down to the fairway. No wonder they call this the 5th hole here at Chambers Bay. Free fall.
You better take a parachute, that's for sure. But you're going to need a parachute to land the ball and stop it on this green as well. Not overly long. Well, should I say U.S. Open standards, 488. You know, these days they stretch it well over 500 yards. But one of the tighter tee shots.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Made a good run at birdie. He'll have to focus now. Try to walk away with the par. So a tester from 4 feet. They'll take it. That's a par. Ready to tee off here at the 6th. Frank, where are you looking to land the ball off the tee here?
Well, as long as it's not in the rough, the bunkers, well, there's no trees here, really. That little green strip, that runway down there, another hole that bends to the right. But find the fairway. The fairway's wide enough. You've got a pretty good idea exactly where you want to go. And once again, this is one of the shorter par 4s. So good drive here, just a short iron in.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. And a good third shot. Maybe get away here with par. Another good swing. Another good approach shot.
Settles in over the putt. Oh, I thought he had that. Well, Frank, you hear it so often. This is a game of dealing with your miscues.
That's the beauty of this game of golf. You give it, and it taketh away.
Well, Frank, what a stretch of tough par 4s here at Chambers Bay. Now to the 7th. Long uphill par 4 and a lot of trouble to the right.
Yeah, and it's all sand, that's for sure. If you miss the field on the left, then it's all dunes, so take your pick, really. But ideally, that green piece that the superintendent often mows each and every day, that's the place to go. And for a U.S. Open at 508 yards, if you miss that little green strip in this hole will be hazardous because it's going to play a lot longer than that uphill.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it's a rather poor approach shot.
Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Good putt. Now to the second par 5 of the round here at Chambers Bay and the U.S. Open. It's a long one.
Yeah, it's a beast. You miss this fairway, you could be hitting all day long, and of course that's going to rack up a fairly healthy score. Meanwhile, hit the fairway there. Only the longest hitters will reach this par 5 and 2. But still a good chance, even with a wedge, to make a birdie because the green slopes back to the player. It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Ready for his third shot. Needs to hit this close. Well, hello there. That's an eagle.
Might be languishing in the middle of the pack, but at least celebrate that.
Frank, the 9th hole is called Olympus. Feels as though Russell Crowe should be standing on the tee, starring in some sort of a movie about the Greek gods.
I knew you'd go like Titans and that down here, but this golf course is for the mere mortals, Rich. This isn't for the Greek gods and the Titans of the world. They might think they are, but this is for you and me. This is for everybody. 36 handicaps. We can all play here.
On the green, and a chance for a birdie. Needs a pair of binoculars to see the hole. Well, that's all you want right there. Just lag it down. Don't get too crazy. And now just to tap in left. Been a little too much of that, Frank. Just sort of ho-hum pars. Moving on to the back 9 here at Chambers Bay in the state of Washington. I'm Rich Lerner alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Frank, what's the 10th hole all about?
Dunes left and right, hence the name High Dunes. Obviously split the fairway there. But one of the factors of true links golf is you normally get to putt on the calm. The dunes protect this green from all the wind, so a relatively flat putting surface.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. So trying to get the back 9 off to a good start. The approach shot is on the green, but he still has work to do. This is about 30-footer coming up. Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
Solid par. Now on to the 11th, and Frank, we are looking at a long par 4 in front of us.
We are indeed, and it's called shadows, but there is love in the shadows here. Hit it over that dune down there in the middle of the fairway. You can get it there around the 300-plus yard mark, then the hole obviously starts to get a little easier. That second shot, you'd like to hit a little bit of a cut in here, but there's two levels to this green, so make sure you're on the right level where that flag is. And this one's starting down the right. It does not look like it's going to draw back towards the flag.
But it will catch the green. Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Always two components to the long lag, but the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. And with that par, moving into the top 25 on the leaderboard. Frank, when you think of U.S. Opens, you so often think of a tough grind, but in recent years they've added some spice with the reachable par fours, and we have one right here at the 12th.
And this is the reason why we're starting to see a different type of U.S. Open champion over the years. The Rory McIlroys, the Tiger Woods, even Martin Keimer, guys that are strong enough and powerful enough to take advantage of these type of holes.
A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
On the green in regulation. Now this for birdie. Came away with a bogey on the previous round. That looked for all the world like it was dead center.
I've got no idea how that missed.
Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
With just 6 holes left to play here at the U.S. Open, we arrive at the 13th. It's a dogleg par 4 to the right.
And in a U.S. Open, obviously 534 yards means if you make a mistake off the tee, the chances of making 4 here are minimal. So fairway first. It is one of the wider fairways on the golf course. You're still going to have a lengthy second shot, and you must avoid the bunker that guards the front of the screen.
He's made the green. Right in the heart. Frank, a 5th consecutive par 4 here at the U.S. Open. This is the 14th hole, and I'm guessing by the time you set foot on this tee, you'll know exactly where your game is at.
Oh, this one here, great reward for someone that's driving the ball well. If you can drive it down the left middle, avoid that little one-pot bunker in the middle of the fairway, you're going to certainly shorten this hole up. And then you can start to use the contours of this hole too, that bend right to left. And 546 yards becomes much shorter than what you would think.
Well, bunker play is really about technique and feel. The two greatest ever are probably Gary Player and Seve Ballesteros. Seve actually was so good, he was so skilled, that he could open up a 3-iron, that's right, a 3-iron, on a short bunker shot from a green side bunker and splash it to a couple of feet as if he had just used a 60-degree sandwich. Amazing. Well, too bad, he gives one back. Getting set now to tee off at the 15th here at the U.S. Open par 3, and it stands out because it has the only tree on the golf course.
It looks magnificent, doesn't it? Get your eyes back on the green, come on. When they use the short tee for the U.S. Open, just 167 yards. So this is really a hole that the players are just going to eat up if they get the right wind conditions. And just an 8 or a 9 iron from 160 yards for these boys. To a green that, well, it should be very well received.
Struggling a bit with the flat stick and the drop shot here at the 15th hole. Just a couple of feet. Now to the par 4, 423 yards, 16th hole. What's the right play, Frank?
Fairway first. Once again, you'll see the slope of the fairway from the left to the right side. It means move your aim down that left side. It'll make this fairway appear that much bigger. And of course, then when you hit into this green, you're really going to have to flight that second shot properly. This is like a tabletop green. this looks like it's going to find the target.
Frank, how did he do there? That would have been a real bonus had it dropped, but as it is, good putt.
A good solid stroke there, no sign of nerves on that.
Pressure's beginning to rise here. 17th hole of the U.S. Open at Chambers Bay. And this one, Frank, the par 3 will require a really good shot.
It's amazing how many U.S. Opens have great 17th hole. I think of Winged Foot, par 3, 17th, even Marion, par 3. This one will certainly fit in the same vein. It's named Derailed, and it will derail many a player trying to win a U.S. Open.
And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. This one just requires a little bit of focus. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
Now to the 18th hole, Frank, everyone wants to finish in style.
Yeah, the home hole here, once again you head back to just a wonderful view, and you realize that Chambers Bay was designed as a walk-in golf course, and it was designed to have fun and test every department in your game. 18 will do that. It probably gives you more trouble on both sides of the hole than any other hole on the golf course.
Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
Bit surprising. Misses the green in regulation here at the par 5.
Yeah, you'd think this is one of the easier holes on the golf course. So now just trying to avoid 6.
Nice approach shot. We'll be happy with that. With a redemption chance here, had bogey yesterday. Workmanlike hole, he walks away with a par. So that is the end of the second round. I can't wait to get back at it tomorrow, Frank.
We got a great leaderboard right now, Rich. So many players in contention. Golf course, there's enough blend of good and hard holes. Really, it's up for grabs.